Welcome back to Hypnosis Today, where we find out how everyday people are using hypnosis to achieve remarkable things. If you've just joined us, my first guest is Akasha Ra. Now, she is an honors grad of HMI College of Hypnotherapy. She also spoke for the American Hypnosis Association on hypnosis and overcoming domestic violence. And she has with her her very special guest, Alina. Alina came in to see Akasha to learn about using past life regression therapy to resolve issues in her life as a daughter of the 21st century. Please help me welcome my guests. Alina, I would like to start with you. Tell me a little bit about why you want to come in for hypnotherapy.
I wanted to get my dreams become reality.
What kind of dreams?
In arts, I wanted to become an actress, and I felt like I had blocks that I needed to deal with, and I couldn't be open as much as I want to.
And were you looking specifically for past life regression therapy, or just hypnosis?
When we met, we talked about more hypnosis and how to deal with day-to-day life, and then and then after a while, I was actually really curious about past life regression.
I understand, and so am I. I've been curious about past life regression for over 700 years now. How did you meet?
We actually worked a modeling job together, and that's how we met.
So Akasha, I love this because you know what? Once we become a hypnotherapist and once we establish ourselves in private practice, we want to let everybody in our life know about what we are doing now. And it's wonderful that someone that you worked a modeling job with before came to see you in a different capacity as a hypnotherapist. So what got you interested in past life regression therapy?
It's out of curiosity. I was just really curious. I believe in spirits, I believe in a higher power, I believe in the universe, and I believe in aliens. I believe there's something more than just us on Earth.
And this empirical evidence that we can see here and now. And we know that past life regression therapy is based on a worldview. And I know, because I know Akasha, that she and I share the same worldview about there's more on heaven and earth than we can see right now in this realm. Akasha, I want to ask you, how do we do past life regression?
We travel to past lives.
How do we do it?
Crazy. So some of the techniques that I use is, number one is a tunnel of light, and I allow my client to visualize that they're going through this tunnel, and on the other side, they're transforming into the person or anything else that they were in that past life. The second technique that I use is a portal, a multi-dimensional portal that will allow you to travel through dimensions, because not everybody was a human in their past life or on this planet in their past life. So we travel to that place. And number three is we're going in between lives, and we ask our spirit guides for guidance and information, and to take us into the most significant past life that is related to the issue that the client is presenting.
Fascinating. And you were looking to how to make your experience here with your day-to-day life more successful. Was there something specific? Did you have a specific intention to discover what was blocking you?
It was more maybe like family trauma or childhood trauma, or yeah, it was just blocks of it was more of a fear block.
A lot of times fears, no matter how good a memory we have, we can't figure out why we're afraid in this life. And it can be related to a previous incarnation. When you used Akasha's different techniques, what did you discover about your past lives?
Well, I've done past life twice. I've done it last year, and then I've done it again actually Thursday. So the first time around when I did it, I went more into a historical time period. And this time around was more intense and in depth. I was more in between lives, or I was in a different galaxy or universe, different planet.
Were you able to ascertain what had caused the fear or the blocks to success as a daughter of the 21st century?
I think this time around when I did it, I have my first experience after I went into a deep meditation state was a fear of the dark spirits or dark forces.
Of course.
And then it was very traumatic what I was going through. Yes. But then I went into between lives and I became an angel. But I was in a human form when I saw the dark forces.
And did it feel like the dark forces were blocking you from achieving being what you were meant to be, which is that vessel of light in this world, by achieving your goals as an actress, as a model with your projects, where you can inspire and entertain and even teach people with what you do? So now I want to ask Akasha, when we go with our clients into the past lives, when we go with our clients into those lives between lives, how do we use this therapeutically?
Well, it depends on the presenting issue. Like Alina had fears. Sometimes people have unexplained illnesses. Sometimes we have certain blocks. Past life regression has helped a lot of my clients to overcome fears, blocks.
Sometimes when there's unexplained pain, we can find that it's the result of a disease or even a death wound from a past life. And when we know it's from the past, we can let it go because it belongs in the past and we don't have to carry it forward. Sometimes when we have fear, fear is a dark energy. Because depending on your worldview, when we know about the universe, we no longer have to be afraid. When we know that we are vessels of light, or as you call it, angels. Was past life regression what you expected, or was it totally different?
I think what I was expecting and more.
What did it feel like to you? You know, some people have past life regression almost like watching a movie. Like when I sat down and watched Han Solo. Here was a story I'd never seen before, I didn't know much about it, and a brand new story that I'd never even dreamt about unfolded before my eyes. With some people with past life regression, you have a sense of, you have like a knowing, and then what you know fleshes out. What was past life regression like for you?
I'm a very visual person, so for me it was like a movie.
And was it like almost like a science fiction movie?
It was a very out of the body experience, and I could be in it as that person, or I can see it from the side.
Which did you choose?
I did both. Some parts I would be in it, and some parts I would look from the side.
Isn't it wonderful to have the power of the mind to be able to see it in a first person, like you experience it, and what we call the third person when we're watching it, like we are watching a movie. But now I want to get specific. Alina, how has your life changed since first we worked with Akasha on just the stresses of day-to-day life? And it is a bit of a struggle. It can be very, very stressful. And then when you did not one, but two past life regression experiences, tell me how your life has changed.
My vibration, my energy vibration, I think it became higher. I became lighter. I had that vision when I was doing past life regression. It was a huge wall, and I think that was my fear wall, and me knocking it down. So I'm more sensitive to energies right now, and I'm more happy.
I love it, and I love that we saw a wall and we knocked down the wall, because it is an amazing visual, and it's also metaphoric. And people ask me all the time, hey, Lise, is this imagination or memory? And I always answer the same way. I say, yes. Because why does it have to be one when it is probably both? Why that image at that time? Because we needed that image at this time, and because it is memory, and it is metaphor, and it is amazing. So how has your journey been as a model and an actress, and how have your projects been since you worked with Akasha?
I've been working with Akasha for 2 years, I think. I get more opportunities, I'm more prone to receive them. I think before I was very blocked, and I wouldn't receive the opportunities would come my way, or I wouldn't see them as opportunities. And I think that opened up more opportunities for me to work. I'm working on a project that I wrote, and I'm trying to sell it. So it's different. It takes me into a different directions. Because I thought I was like, I'm just going to do acting, but then I'm writing. Oh, I didn't know I can write.
That's right. And one of the things about hypnotherapy is because we are in a relaxed state, and because we don't have that fear, the opportunities are all around us. But with hypnotherapy, we are able to notice the opportunities and then trust them. What would you say to anybody who wants to do past life regression therapy?
I would say do it. You won't regret it.
And what would you say about working with Akasha Ra?
She's amazing.
I know she is, because she is my colleague, and I'm very, very proud to have Akasha Ra as my colleague. You know, we're running out of time, but Alina, I want to thank you so much for coming on and sharing your experience.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course, and I wish you all of the luck in the world, because you are a vessel of light, and we want to see your projects that you have written come to fruition so that we can be inspired and motivated by them. I want to thank Akasha Ra, my friend and colleague, for coming on my show. And everybody is going to want to contact Akasha, not only for past life regression therapy, but also turning goals into manifestation. And you can reach Akasha Ra at hmigrads.com. Again, I want to thank my guests. I want to thank all of you in the studio audience and those of you watching at home. My name is Lisa Mackenberg, and I hope you'll join us next time when we meet more people and learn more about Hypnosis Today. That's on hypnosistv.com 24/7.